Hello and welcome to Gamereactor Live. It's Friday, so that means it's time for news and GR Friday Nights. This GR Friday Nights is of course Call of Duty. We're sort of saying goodbye to Call of Duty Ghosts. Monday is Advanced Warfare Day, so remember to check back then. We'll actually have an 8-hour stream of the new game where I'll be playing all the different modes, and hopefully we'll get some editors in. But as I said, today's Friday, so that's news. And as always, I'm joined by Bengt Lemne. How are you doing, Bengt?
I'm fine. It's Friday.
All right, should we just jump straight into the first news story?
Let's do that, because I think there's quite a few stories that we want to give some extra attention to today. So the first story is one that we've been waiting for, but now it's official. Bethesda have canceled Prey 2. We haven't heard a thing for 2 years. When it's been 2 years since we heard anything, and that was when developers Human Head were taken off the project. But now the long-time marketing PR guru of Bethesda, Pete Hines, has said during an interview at PAX Australia that's currently running. It was a game we believed in, but we never felt that it got where it needed to be. We never saw a path to success if we finished it. It wasn't up to our quality standard, and we decided to cancel it. It's no longer in development. That wasn't an easy decision, but it's one that won't surprise many folks, given that we haven't been talking about it. But he also said that it's a franchise that they are hoping to return to at some point. So perhaps there will be a Prey 2. It just won't be the one that we have seen, the one with Killian and bounty hunting. We have no idea what it might be, but hopefully we'll see Prey again. But this game has been canceled.
But I guess all we did ever see was basically this cutscene, right? So like we don't actually know how much of a game there was.
I mean, it was demoed at E3 a couple of times, and so the game certainly existed. Rumor is there's two sides of every story, of course, but the rumor is that Human Head were sort of missing milestones and not coming up with the game in time. That's sort of the Bethesda side of things, whereas the Human Head side of things, the rumblings that were that they felt that we're not being paid enough, and that the contract was very one-sided on this deal, and they stopped developing the game. Things got sour, and it was subsequently canceled. So I guess the truth is probably somewhere in between there. But certainly it was a very promising game, and we did see quite a few things from it. But it probably wasn't very close to completion, because if it had been close to completion, then I'm sure that
it's one of those where we've seen a slice, and even though that might have looked good, we don't know how much of the rest of the game. But we've seen other situations where it's hard to tell how good a game is just by seeing a small part of it.
Yeah, I mean the stuff that Gearbox showed
I was about to
Colonial
mention that.
Marines was pretty cool. But it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like we shouldn't assume that was the case. But obviously, something went wrong in the relationship between the developer and the publisher, and the game never made it out. So who knows? But anyway, the game had a lot of promise, and it was a very cool concept. If you remember, you were a bounty hunter in this alien world, and it wasn't at all like the first Prey. That was very much an old school sort of first person, almost a little bit retro, even though from a technology point of view it of course wasn't retro, but it had that sort of retro feel to it. This one would have been more of a sort of open world mission based thing, with a lot of sort of open-endedness, and it just had a lot of held a lot of promise.
I really want a bounty hunter game. Like we both have this, and as we talked about in the Assassin's Creed stream, Stories 1313 also cancelled. It's too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's move on from that. Sort of, it was just confirmation. We of course knew that no news is bad news when it comes to that game. So it's no huge surprise, and but it's good to actually finally get confirmation, because Yeah, Bethesda have been sort of dancing around the issue and haven't been wanting to comment on it. We have nothing new to say for a very long time, and that's,
Yeah.
tell us the truth.
By the way, just a quick note
Uh,
while we're on that whole thing. Do you think Last Guardian is still happening? Because that's a sort of similar thing. Although they keep saying that it's in production.
yeah, the difference there is that sort of Sony have a different tact with their developers. And do I think that it's still exactly the same game and the same team working on it? Probably not. I think that in all likelihood it's going to be different than what was originally envisioned. But I think there's work being done on it, and I do think it's coming out. But
within a year or two, or yeah,
who knows?
No one knows.
That would just be guessing. Yeah, I would be, I would hope that they restarted the development and sort of rebooted it a long time ago, so that it can come out in 1 or 2 years. If it's more recent, maybe not. But it's a game that has a lot of publicity behind it, and when they decide to sort of re-announce it, it's going to be a great big deal, and as long as it looks good, and I can't see them not wanting to capitalize on that.
I think it's coming out together with Half-Life 3 exclusively on the Vita.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Half-Life 3, it can turn into one of these Duke Nukem deals. And then people say, well, it's Valve, it's not 3D Realms. But what I mean by that is that 3D Realms had a lot of money when they started developing Duke Nukem Forever, and they just didn't need to put out the game. They could just go back and go over and redo and sort of always looking for that perfect game. Of course, we know that Duke Nukem Forever didn't turn out to be a perfect game, but I think the same is probably true of Valve. They don't need to release Half-Life 3, and maybe they won't until they feel perfectly happy with what they've got, and who knows when that's going to be. So we'll see.
We will see indeed.
But let's move on from these forever projects and canceled dreams. We got to see a very, very interesting trailer from Assassin's Creed Unity this week. It's are we running the trailer right now?
I think Dory is about to run it, so let's just talk about it. He'll get to it.
The name of the trailer is Time Anomalies, and
I thought you were going to go for a different trailer.
That one is also a lot of fun, but it's this that one is just fun, but this one is actually sort of very curious, and this one actually points to us being able to cross some temporal, I don't know what, but crossing into different time eras in
that's the whole Rift thing they talked about, right?
It could be the Rift thing, but the way the trailer looks, it looks a little bit different than that, and the Rift thing was supposedly between the old settings of previous games. This is sort of pointing towards some sort of World War II setting in Paris still, with Zeppelins. It's a little bit steampunky because I don't think that airships could move and sort of be exactly like that, but maybe they're taking some license with that and reality and stuff. But regardless, it certainly feels like Nazis and World War II. And,
looks cool.
We don't really know.
I think it looks cool. I'm excited to see where that takes it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it is nice to see them shake up the formula a little bit. Certainly, when you're inside of simulation, stuff like that could potentially happen when you're. I'm not
a big fan of the simulation part of Assassin's Creed as it is. I'd much rather just stay in Paris or Rome or wherever it's taken. But if they can do something like this, I feel like then it makes sense to have it, because the whole walking around in our time is not really interesting. But if this happens, it's cool.
I think I'm curious to see if it actually is part of the story or if it's something separate, like the Rift mode. If it's part of the story, it's going to be very interesting to see how they sort of tie it all together. But it's certainly something that caught our attention. Maybe we should also talk about that other trailer. It was a lot of fun. Maybe
I don't know if Dory has it, but otherwise, people should check it out on the site.
Check it out.
I would have loved. Of course, it sounds like it's people who are, it's not the real celebrities. If that was the truth, I would have loved to be in the room when those 4 people met up.
Yeah,
do you want to explain what it is?
It's basically Ubisoft made a little light video using I think it's comedian Terry Minotz who did the voices of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Alan Carr, David Attenborough, and Morgan Freeman, as if they were playing co-op together, and there were some choice quotes in there from Arnold, and it's just
great banter in that. I think it's really fun because it actually hits the sort of mood and way you talk sometimes when you play with friends, and then it adds the whole impersonation of celebrities in there that is super fun. And as you say, the Arnold quote that some people probably go around saying for fun.
Some people probably do, and also of course Arnold is that sort of the stupid co-op partner that you have that does things the wrong way. A lot of fun, and I gotta say a genius marketing move.
I think it's great when they sort of realize that these not everything needs to be super serious. If you can sort of, they are not even making fun of their game, but take a fun spin on something. It's a good way of making it interesting and viral and different.
So I'm very excited about Unity either way, and I'm curious to see how all of this plays out. The co-op obviously is a huge deal. I'm very interested to see how that actually works in an Assassin's Creed game.
And I should probably say we're having a launch day stream with co-op on the Xbox One, where you can join in. More details will be coming on that, so be sure to stay tuned to our live streams and to the sites. You can win prizes, so that you should look forward to that. Also, if you're just considering getting the game, it's probably a good way of seeing how the co-op works, because we're going to be streaming that. Coolio. So let's move on to the next piece of news. Can you put on a headset? Because I think Dory's getting echo.
All right. I should have done that from the start, right?
But it's good you're keeping Dory on his toes.
All right. So you just keep him busy while I'll sort the headset.
I could say while you do that the plan is to have a Assassin's Creed single player stream the day before release, and then on the release day we'll play co-op. And at the moment, Ubisoft are saying that we'll get the Xbox One copy, so that's the one you'll need to get if you want to play with us. And we'll do sort of a national team competition. The Nordic countries, so Denmark versus Sweden versus Norway versus Finland. And we'll see who gets the quickest time. It will be an editor or someone working from Gamereactor in each team, and then 3 users. And then best score, fastest time, something like that. We'll see how we can count it. We'll win some prizes. Maybe if we get enough, everyone who participates will get something. We'll see how that's going to be. But yeah, that's going to be around the release in just under 2 weeks. So that should be very exciting.
Yes, and I think I'm
very
back
much
now.
Back, I think.
That's good, and I can hear you, and
it's all
no
great.
echo, so that's great.
All right, what is next on the list?
Next on the list, we've got GTA 5, so that's something that certainly concerns our community, and because this is Rockstar have announced the bonus items and activities that you'll get if you're returning from current gen and moving on to new gen, the new gen version of the game. And it's actually quite a list of things.
Yeah, so there's no like discount, but you get a lot of stuff in game.
Yes. So see if we can find the full list of things here. So I'm just going to read this up, and you can comment on what it is. There's going to be new events and rewards. Encounter new events happening all across the world. Complete the challenges they present to unlock exclusive new vehicles like the menacing Imponte Duke of Death and that veritable GTA classic bird of flight, the Dodo Seaplane. Murder mystery. As Michael follow a trail of cryptic clues to unravel a grisly murder mystery. Put the clues together and you'll unlock 2 noir-style filters, which will give your story mode gameplay and snapmatic photos the feel of a gritty old-school crime classic. There's new weapons, the railgun and the hatchet. Obliterate your adversaries with high-powered, high-velocity railgun. This piece of experimental military technology also has its own set of shooting range challenges at your local ammunition shooting range, or hack and slash up close and personal with the brutal hatchet melee weapon. And then there's a wildlife photography challenge that will unlock a special Kraken sub if you map out the new species of animals across Los Angeles and then Blaine County. And there's going to be stock car races, series of new stock car races to earn unique custom muscle cars with logos from some of the companies that made this country great.
Yeah. Dory's running the thing on the site now, so we can see all this different stuff. That sounds really cool, and we are planning on doing a...
There's more stuff as well, new vehicles, the monkey mosaics, and
as you were saying, for our community, we have a really great community in the live crew thing. So go search for the GR Live Crew. We're playing with that sometimes, and people are playing off the streams. And I will say we are going to do more GTA streams. We're talking with the developers and publishers and all that now about when we can sort of fit it. But we already have some prices in the house, really cool stuff, and we're for sure going to play on next gen. I think it's going to be PS4 that we're continuing on. So look forward to that. Maybe that will make you sway whether you will... if you're doubting whether there will be a community, I think our community will continue on to next gen at least.
I just got the gut feeling that there's going to be quite a lot of people migrating over to the new
And I think a lot of people might also have waited. I could imagine, although they sold so many that
38 million.
But I think the people who didn't buy, the few people who didn't buy, they'll probably get it on next gen or PC. I could imagine.
Yeah, and if you're enjoying GTA Online, presumably the experience online will be a lot improved on the new.
And we'll for sure be able to share how we feel about that when we get the game.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think we're also gonna have some impressions of the new gen.
Very soon, right?
Pretty soon on the site as well. Next week, probably something like that. But keep an eye out for that. Can't reveal anything else, or I'll have my head.
And I will say, I think as it looks now, I think we'll do a stream on the release day so people can join. Maybe we'll wait till the next day, but and then impressions coming soon, and I'm sure there will be more.
That's November 14th?
I think so, it's something like that at least. I think that fits. We'll have, I think Halo is the 11th, then we'll have Assassin's Creed the 12th and 13th, and then I think it is the 14th. It might be the week after, I'm not sure.
Blockbuster week.
Well, we're still in that season now, so
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's move on to another blockbuster that we're going to have to wait for a little bit. It has been revealed that Battlefield 5 won't launch until fall of 2016.
Wow. Do we have a date on?
Perhaps not surprising, given that Battlefield Hardline was pushed back to next year, and 2 Battlefields in a year would be kind of.
When was Hardline?
And I think it's coming out in March.
So March 2015.
I'm not
and
sure that there is
fall
an exact
2016.
date yet, but it's going to be early next year.
That sort of makes
sometime.
sense time-wise then.
Yeah. So what Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, said was, following this launch, our next Battlefield experience is planned for launch in Q3 fiscal year 17, which means fourth quarter 2016. We want to give Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline players more time to enjoy these games and immerse themselves in the game, the live service, and the community. And of course, Battlefield Hardline is March 19th, so that is official. And of course, DICE is also making Star Wars Battlefront that is coming out the holiday
I'm looking
2015.
forward to that. Just around the release of Episode 7. Perfect timing. I don't think that's a coincidence.
That was also confirmed this week, because it was sort of like early 2015 first, but then of course the movie got pushed back a little bit, and yes, makes sense to have it come out alongside the movie. So very excited to see that. We haven't seen basically anything.
It's been like 5-second trailers at E3, and that's about it.
You know, and that's not really the game.
But still, it's some of the biggest applauses we saw at E3 both years. That's pretty crazy.
You know, Star Wars Battlefront is such a strange case, given that the first two games sold just amazing numbers. They're the best-selling Star Wars games of all times. I think only the first Unleashed game is close to that. So, and to think that after Star Wars Battlefront 2, we'd have to wait 10 years for the third game, it's just insane. But, you know, certainly Battlefront looked very closely at what Battlefield was doing at the time, so it feels like it's really home in the right hands now with DICE. And I'm very excited to see how it plays and how they managed to make it, you know, stand out next to Battlefield and be a game of its own.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Peter and I had a talk on the Assassin's Creed stream about people asked what game are you most excited for? If you could pick a game you want to play now. You know what? I forgot about this game. I would pick this.
And it even makes you more wanting to see it because you haven't seen anything.
It's also there's potential for a great Star Wars game, and that I cannot wait for that.
I mean, it's been so long for a really high-profile Star Wars game, and of course that has to do with sort of LucasArts dismantling and then being sold off to Disney. But it's been way too long since we had a big
I thought
Star Wars game.
1313 was going to be that, and now we're getting this and the other Amy Hennig game as well. That are also, I mean, we don't know anything about that, but I'm super excited for that as well.
Yeah, presumably this Battlefront will come out first, and then we'll have the more story-driven Star Wars game come
that
out
would make
later.
As it sounds now with the films, it's like that Episode 7 is coming out 2015, and then there should be a Star Wars film every year, actually, so it makes sense that they put that out in time for one of the other films coming out.
Yeah, and I got the feeling that with Battlefront, they want to have the sort of the long approach, the sort of the service approach to the game, building it out over a period of time with new maps and new content. So I don't think we're going to get Battlefront 2 in 2016 or 2017. So, you know, and I kind of appreciate that approach. But good to hear, and you know, I think certainly with the problems they had with the launch of Battlefield 4, I think it's wise to take the time and make sure you're not repeating the mistakes again. And certainly this gives DICE more time to sort of
I'd rather wait and get a proper game. I just want to address something people are talking in the chat. And if you're waiting for GR Friday Nights, today we're playing Ghosts. The last time it's going to be on Xbox One. The last hour from 5 till 6 Central European time. We got codes to give away, micro DLC. On Monday, we're playing Advanced Warfare. It will be an 8-hour stream. We're going to play on PS4. So today, Xbox, Monday, PS4. I will play for the 8 hours, and I will try to play, like the 8 hours will be the stream. I'll try to play for way more than that. I'm gonna try to hit all 24 hours of double XP. I want to level up and play the game a lot. So,
so have you scheduled any visits or food?
I don't know. I don't think
Or
we'll see. I'll need to get some help from people or something.
8 hours is a long time to go without a.
That's
without a
true. I
toilet
probably
break,
need to.
But I guess you can make it.
Well, it'll be
food.
short breaks. It's just for sure play a lot. But yeah, so remember to join on Monday. And if you want to play with us.
You can leave the controller.
No. No one is touching the controller.
Door can play.
Well, I hope other editors want to join in, but yeah, we're gonna play for the 8 hours, and it's at 1 o'clock. And if you get the game on PS4, join in. Just join the chat. That's probably the easiest. Then we'll play with you if you want. And we got prizes. We'll give away the game and some different prizes. I don't want to say what because it can always change. But I've been promised some different stuff. That sounds really cool. And then the whole hero jacket thing. We're getting like a custom-made Call of Duty jacket. We'll give away. So yeah, that's Monday.
Jacket. We're talking exoskeleton.
No, well, they're
right?
sort of running a project in the Nordics with a project called the Hero Jacket. That is it actually doesn't say Call of Duty on it, but they have like logos and it's supposed to like fit the whole theme of the game. And they're making 75 of these jackets in the world, and we're getting one to give away. So it's really exclusive, and it's something I think is really cool. Where it's not just a big Call of Duty logo. It's something where fans of the game will know what it is, but other people will just think it's a nice leather jacket.
Yeah. Sounds good.
But so 1 o'clock CET on Monday, and then 8 hours after that.
And I think you need to have some sort of really marathon competition for that
that's
jacket.
The plan.
Maybe drop some questions every hour and have someone who's able to last the whole stream.
If you can outlast me, you'll win the jacket or something.
Yeah. We're going to talk about something now that's also close to your heart. We are getting The Dark Below, Destiny's first expansion, on December 9th. It's going to add a bunch of stuff. It's part of the expansion pass that includes 2 expansions. So this is the first part of that. It's going to cost around £20. I think it's 20 euros as well. 35 for both.
Or if you bought one of the special editions, you'll get the season passes included in that.
Yeah. And of course it's going to come out on all 4 platforms. I thought I'd just read up what it includes, because you're. I
have the game running here on PS4 to show afterwards. But yeah, let's hear the list first. All
right. So new weapons, armor, and gear to earn, including legendary and exotic items. No real surprise there. The light level cap is raised to 32, and 5 additional.
Let's actually do one thing at a time. So as you say, light level is raised to level 32. In the game here, Dory is going to cut to it. The way it is now, you can get light 30 on each gear if you get raid gear or an exotic. And the way they do that is you get that gear completing the raid, there's a chance of that dropping. And there's going to be a new raid. If you get raid gear from there, you'll be able to get more than light 30 and then eventually get to level 32 by equipping. As you see here, I'm level 30 because I have raid gear. So that's the way that works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's 5 additional bonus slots.
That's actually something I'm really looking forward to. You have 5 slots here, as you can see. There's 6 slots for the Vanguard and 6 for the Crucible every day. And you'll have 5 slots. But you see the problem I have now. I actually have 3 exotic bounties running, which means I only have room for 2 of the other bounties at a time. So I'm really looking forward to having 5 more slots, and there's actually room for it here. And then some weeks they also have the Iron Banner or the Queen's Bounty running at the same time. So that means you have so many bounties, and it's just nice that you'll be able to have them at the same time and run. And I actually had a problem yesterday. I had 4 exotic bounties at the same time. So I only have room for one other, and it's just super annoying. That means you need to do one bounty at a time with the normal ones. But yeah, so that's going to be really good.
And next up, new story quests and missions. After years hiding amongst the hive shadows, a new character, Eris, has come forth bearing an ominous warning. The hive seek to summon a god, Crota, to destroy the earth. Find Eris in the tower to take on special quests that include 3 new missions where you'll increase your light and earn new rewards.
All right, so yeah, we're going to have missions on, if you look at the map here, on Earth and on the Moon. And the raid is actually going to be on the Moon. The raid we have now is on Venus. I'll just show that up on Venus here. See the raid here? I completed it this week. And yeah, so we're going to have a lot of missions here. You can see the different missions we have here. And we already have one that's called the Sword of Crota. So it sounds like they're going to continue some of that story with the Hive and Crota. But yeah, different missions on Earth and on the Moon. So that sounds really cool.
Yeah, we're getting a new cooperative strike, the Will of Crota, which pits you and your fire team against Omnigul as she works to expand the Hive army at the command of her master, Crota.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's 3 new competitive multiplayer arenas. Pantheon, set deep within the Black Garden in an ancient Vex temple that features Vex-designed landscapes and tight corridors. Skyshock, an old interplanetary defense array that offers both vehicle and infantry enhancements or engagements. The Cauldron, an abandoned Hive ritual site that offers close quarter combat.
Yeah, I think that sounds like 3 really cool maps. I'm especially looking forward to the one in the Black Garden. I think that is actually the last mission of the game, and I think it's actually the best looking one. It's on Mars, which is Mars colored, but that level you go into an environment that looks very different and it's super gorgeous. So I hope the multiplayer map is set in that. So yeah, really excited to see that, how that plays out.
Yeah, you already touched on the raid. It's called it's a new 6-player raid, Crota's End, and it's set deep within the depths of the Hellmouth.
That's the area on the Moon.
And of course, the expansion also comes with some PlayStation exclusive stuff. PlayStation owners will get access to an exclusive cooperative strike, the Undying Mind, and an exotic weapon and more stuff. And this time exclusivity runs until the autumn of 2015.
Okay, so that's like the stuff we already have. I think there's 1 strike and 1 multiplayer, 1 Crucible map that is exclusive. I don't think it's that much.
It sounds like it's 1 strike and weapon, and then some probably customization stuff and things like that. Because if it had been another multiplayer map, it probably would have been.
Yeah, although I do think the multiplayer map is like it's a really good map, but that's the least important thing. I think if you have both consoles, it makes sense you'd get the PS4 one if you get more on that. But other than that, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Although of course one of the complaints about Destiny for a lot of people is there isn't a lot of content. So that makes sense in that way. While we're at Destiny, I just want to show 2 things quickly. On Tuesday, you probably got a little package in the from the postmaster over here. This guy right here. And if you did, you probably got this thing that I'm going to show you now. You got a jack-o'-lantern, which I'm going to waste one off now. If you use that, you have it for 30 minutes. Oh, it doesn't work for me now. You are supposed to get the head of a jack-o'-lantern on your character. So maybe that doesn't work in the tower. And the other thing I want to show quickly is where, if you're playing, you might already know. If not, and you want to go home after this and play, Sur is right here, where he was the first week, and you can buy cool exotic items from him. So yeah, I think that's it for Destiny.
Yeah,
for now.
That is it.
Some of us are gonna play Destiny later.
For now, we'll return to it.
That's
every
true.
other
Next week,
Friday
actually go check the Facebook site Destiny GR Friday Nights. We haven't actually decided what we're gonna do next week, so maybe you wanna chime in with what you want to play. Do you want to play Strikes or the Raid or some Crucible?
Yeah, is there something?
No, that's the thing. We haven't
week,
decided, so we'll let people say what they want. And after the stream, I'm gonna pick. We sort of have a competition running now. We want to pick a motto for our clan on Bungie.net, And when this stream is done, I'm gonna pick a winner. So you have until the stream is over with suggesting a motto, and if yours get picked, you win a Destiny t-shirt. So go like that and put a suggestion if you have one, and then you can win a t-shirt.
I was more talking about if Bungie have any sort of event.
I don't think they've said what it's going to be. They've said Iron Banner is going to come back, and the same for the Queen's Wrath bounties. But they're usually very quiet with that until around. I think it's actually later today. They're probably going to say it. Otherwise, it's going to be Monday. But I haven't seen any special event. There's the Halloween thing now, which sadly I couldn't show. I don't know what happened with that. But yeah.
So our next order of business, moving on from Destiny, is the fact that Techland have canceled the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Dying Light. And here's a Facebook post that developers made explaining the reasons. Much of this next-gen feel is tightly connected to the technological side of Dying Light. For instance, up to 200,000 objects can be displayed in the game at once. Add to this our use of realistic physics-based lighting technology, and you really start to push the next-gen system to the limits. Features like these, along with our core gameplay pillars such as player-empowering natural movement, threefold character development system, and vast open world, are all an inherent part of how Dying Light plays. However, combining all of these into one fluid experience is only possible on technologically advanced platforms. Therefore, after thorough internal testing, we have come to the conclusion that we have no choice but to leave the past-gen systems behind and release Dying Light exclusively on the next-gen consoles and PC. Put simply, older consoles just couldn't run the game and stay true to the core vision of Dying Light at the same time. To ensure you enjoy Dying Light as much as we would like you to, we choose to release it without any compromises on the three strongest systems available. Thanks to this, you'll get the full and best experience regardless of the platform you play on. Alright, so the only question is why they waited until the end of October to say this about a game that's coming out in January.
I don't know.
That's my
probably
main
some PR
beef with
person
this.
who is deciding that.
Yeah, I personally think that they were developing the game, and they were just hoping that they could somehow cram or sort of
maybe hire a different studio to do a port like they're doing with a lot of games.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think this is good.
Or simply cut a few features off and make it work. Maybe get the number of objects down, downgrade some of the physics and get it down. But it probably what happened was that at this point they just realized that that's going to take a way more work than we want to put into it, and it's going to cost more than we think we're going to sell of the game. And, then it comes a business decision. We already see that old gen games are not selling as well as the new gen. The hardcore have sort of moved on, and they're buying their games. The ones who buy a lot of games every year, they're now buying them for new gen consoles, and of course PC as always. But the people who are still on the old gen consoles, they are not the ones that buy the most games these days. And I think after Christmas, that is going to be even more true, because then there are going to be a lot of new PS4 and Xbox One owners out there. So probably a smart decision, and of course we don't want them to make any compromises on the main game, the next gen version, just to make it easier on those old platforms to come along. But still, I kind of feel like this was leaving it a little bit late in announcing it. They should have told us a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's easy to say for someone who owns a PS4 now, but I like this move, and they prioritize the new console, so we get a proper version there. And actually, before I had a PS4, I decided not to play the games that they had on both gens, because I was like, I want to wait and then just play the PS4 version when that comes out, when I get one, So even if I didn't had a PS4, I wouldn't want to play this on old gen. I would want to wait until I could play the optimal version, So.
And I gotta say, if you compare this to Dead Island, if they did anything to push the technology of Dead Island with PS3 and Xbox 360, this is just heads and shoulder above that. I mean, it's not even close. So I can certainly realize that it's not possible to get this on PS3 and Xbox 360. It's I can see the problem they're having with that because the game is actually looks very.
We could have the
impressive
same
to me.
situation we had with Shadow of Mordor, where the old gen version of it didn't have the Nemesis system, and it's like, would you want to play that game? Then I'd rather wait.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the Shadow of Mordor hasn't been released yet for PS3 and Xbox 360. I didn't even know that it's missing the Nemesis system, but without the Nemesis system, it's not really the same game. But it is what it is. But Shadow of Mordor is still coming out, but of course it won't be the same game. So another piece of news that I think you will enjoy hearing is the fact that Resogun is coming to PlayStation Vita.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. The only thing is, I wonder how that's gonna look, because that game, even though you might think it looks simple and it's it's not I don't know. I guess it is 3D, but doesn't look like a 3D first-person shooter or something, or a car game. It actually has super advanced graphics, the way everything explodes. So I'm wondering how that's gonna look on the Vita. If they can make it run good and cut down on some of it, I think it'll look great on the Vita screen, but I'm wondering how advanced graphics that can actually show. But that sounds it's going to be a perfect Vita game.
It was sort of announced on the PlayStation blog in a comment section of the news that Resogun is getting some Halloween gear, this was how it was announced. Keep watching this space. The Vita version is coming and it's looking, sounding, and most importantly, playing great. Was something that Jason Hawkins, one of the blog authors over on the PlayStation blog, said. Now, I actually interviewed Housemarque about Resogun, and I asked them about the possibility of a PS Vita version. And at the time, and this was before PS4 had even launched, they said it was simply impossible because of the technology they used for Resogun. So I'm guessing it's gonna be certainly be trimmed down. But at the same time, it's like for the gameplay of Resogun, it's not necessary to have all the voxels that you have on PS4. So I can see the gameplay being intact, but
just not all the explosions and all that. It's crazy because like Housemarque they're so talented. So if I'm sure they can pull maximum out of the Vita, and as you say, they'll cut down on the voxels, but I'm sure they'll get it running perfectly.
I could also see it being another studio actually porting the game, just like with Dead Nation that came out on PS Vita. I'm not sure that Housemarque are doing this themselves, because I can imagine them being quite busy with other stuff. So I certainly can see this being something that is being farmed out to another studio. But
but I'm sure they'll make sure that it's good and it's up to their standards. Hopefully. But I'll for sure get that. And actually, I'm hoping we'll get if we're not getting one in the studio, maybe I'll buy a PlayStation TV myself, and then maybe we can start looking at some Vita games easier for the stream. We've of course done it a couple of times where we've done 10 minutes on a game, filming over the shoulder. But doing some more videos and streams on Vita games would be nice, and that should be doable with the PlayStation TV coming up soon.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting the PlayStation TV as well, just to be able to stream PS4 stuff in my apartment to the bedroom. Even though it's limited to 720p, I think. It's not.
It might be. But when you just want to get some of those trophies when you're just roaming around, it's perfect.
Yeah. And it's perfectly fine for a lot of games. And given the price, it's a no-brainer for me.
It's worth a chance to see. Well, maybe we'll get a review from you on it then if it's worth the price.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all we have to say about Resogun. Looking forward to it. The next story, and this is also something that I think is right up your alley. It's the headline reads, and is I'm sorry about this. It's a little bit of a clickbait. Cristiano Ronaldo is breaking Football Manager.
Yeah.
And I had the pleasure of talking to Sports Interactive's Mr. Football Manager Miles Jacobson the other week, and this is a quote from that interview. We're gonna put the full interview up on the UK website, the EU websites, right after this live stream. It's a very long interview that I did with Miles. Covers a lot of recent things in football and some of the new features in Football Manager 2015 that's coming out next week. But here's a quote that this story is based on. Spain is proves that football is bonkers with Ronaldo. What is it, 14 goals in 8 games now? And it's actually 16 goals in 8 games.
It's insane right now.
So yeah, Spain are basically trying to break our match engine, which has caused a few problems during testing because we like to get these things right and get them balanced.
So what he's saying is basically their engine was not built for someone playing that way, or what is the sort of?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, they want to replicate how things play out in the real world, and for someone to score 16 goals in 8 games in Football Manager, it's just that doesn't really happen.
It's funny because I remember that is something that happens in FIFA or in old Football Managers if you sort of gained the game in a certain way or something, and you would be like, oh, that's sort of the thing that happens in FIFA or Football Manager, but it doesn't happen in real life, and now it happens in real life, and I sort of had to make sure it can happen in the game. But yeah, that's insane. That's got to be some sort of record that he's scoring that many goals.
I think it is. I think he has, because he had. Of course, the records aren't counted in the number of games he played, but with 8 rounds and he played 7 games, he had 15 goals.
Oh yeah, it's the fastest to 15 goals. That's true. I actually read that.
Yeah. So certainly, if he continues at this pace, that. I'm not even sure
that can't happen. That is going to be important. No. Like he's had like 40 plus goals for like 3 or 4 years in a row now, and that's insane. But double the amount of goals to games, I don't know. That's crazy.
That's the only thing I think of is the guy who scored 13 goals in
World Cup.
6 games in the World Cup 1958. The French guy, I can't remember what his name is.
Justine Fastain or something like that.
Yeah, Fontaine. Just Fontaine, and that it just doesn't happen in modern football. So very very interesting. But a nice interview with Miles as always, and he had a lot to say about the start of the season and Manchester United's transfer policies. Of just getting a lot of offensive players and things like that. So something to check out on the website once you're done watching Call of Duty. So yeah, another big story this week that I'm sure you have dabbled with, Nick, or maybe you haven't, is the introduction of version 2.0 on PlayStation 4, and perhaps most notably SharePlay.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to play SharePlay?
I actually haven't tried SharePlay or downloaded a YouTube app or anything, but that sounds really cool. I do enjoy some of the others, like smaller stuff. I guess it's perfect. Now, Dory's cutting to the trailer. I thought he cut to the PS4 because we have it up now, but I guess the trailer shows it better. But for me, messages has been loading faster. Some of the new symbols, some of the way the menus work have been better. Yeah, and then you can play MP3s, there's themes, there's YouTube and SharePlay, but I haven't actually tried any of that. And there's supposed to be a free Destiny and Call of Duty theme, but I actually haven't been able to find those. But so far it's been good. The only thing for me was that I had problems with Destiny on Tuesday, and a lot of people had that problem after updating Destiny and PS4, which you are forced to because you need to be online. But that worked on Wednesday. So you've tried SharePlay, right? And have you had any problems with anything?
I tried it actually on when it launched on Tuesday with our Portuguese editor Ricardo. So we tried it the furthest distance we could possibly imagine in Europe between ourselves. And you know, it's limited to 720p, which might jade some people. 30 frames per second, I think. So you may not want to play fighting games or anything that requires 60 frames per second with this.
But people who play fighting
it's a real
games, they're
neat
talking
feature,
about not wanting to play with wireless controllers, so playing share play doesn't, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But you know, it's more like a way to sort of let someone test the game. Like I've got this game, you want to try it for a little bit, you know, that sort of thing. And there is
or finding an
slight
Easter egg or
input
something
lag,
like
I would
that.
say.
Or finding
What?
an Easter egg or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And there is slight input lag, so you know, playing against each other, local co-op online via this is perhaps not ideal. I played a little with Ricardo in Pix the Cat, and he experienced a little bit of an input lag. Of course, that's something that you can certainly compensate for in most games. You know, you just adjust to the fact that there is a little bit of an input lag. I tried Styx, a Master of Shadows via this as well, and you know, it's the real technologically wise, it's very impressive that this actually works. One thing that we did test, and we did news on this because I think it's something that people need to realize, is that when you use SharePlay and you pass the controller to a friend, he has control of everything inside of that game. He cannot access your sort of PSN features or anything like
He can't
that.
go
He
out
can't
into the
buy
menu
stuff.
or anything.
No, but he can do stuff within the game, which includes deleting save files. So if you let someone in who's not really trustworthy, they can actually go back and delete your save files from. It's the same thing as giving the controller to your younger brother if you know, when back in the day, and he would delete your save file. It's the same principle really here. So you have to be careful, and maybe if you really want to go and play SharePlay with someone who you don't trust, you know, make sure you have it backed up.
But also, I mean, I people should be careful, and anything online, you should think about what you're doing and what you're sharing. But
yeah,
I mean, this is not something that's going to be a huge problem. Like, don't share play with someone you don't know.
no.
Like, I don't know. It's
and don't leave them to their own devices, but sit and see what they're actually doing.
Yeah, and that was the thing I was going to get to. At any time, you can press a button and take the controller back. So if you're just watching what they're doing, if you see they're going into the menu and go to the saves, you should probably just press take controller back. You can see that in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's not like you're completely, oh my god, I can't do anything.
No, but that takes, like, I mean, it's like, oh, I'm gonna check the options, and then
Yeah.
I mean, I can see people getting trolled. You probably gonna take a fraction too slow to react to it and take back the controller, because you have to go through a menu. You have to go to share and then choose take back the controller via the menu. So it's not just one button press. You have to go. But yeah, I mean, if you keep an eye on it, sure. And if it's someone you trust,
don't do it with someone you don't trust. I mean, let a friend try your game, but don't just give it to like a random dude that messages you. You know, like.
And it's limited to 1 hour, but of course you can then just start another share play session and continue if you want to. So you know, it's a neat feature, and you know, the technology behind it is really what's impressive. Hopefully this is something that they can improve upon as well in the future, and maybe make it so that you can enjoy full 1080p, and maybe the frame rate can go up in the future as well. But for now, this is something that's really impressive, and you know, certainly something that I think you should try out, just to see what it's all about, really. And I think that takes us to our last story of the week.
Okay.
And this is the Microsoft had announced the Games with Gold titles for November. We don't have the PS Plus titles yet. I think they're probably just about to get announced.
I think
or
that was
surprised.
probably going to be next Wednesday. It's usually the first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, I think November 4th is the date. I think I've seen a list, but it's just rumored. It's not been made official
I
yet.
think
But
I actually they might have announced the US one, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get the official news for the Europe.
Exactly. But yeah, the Xbox offerings include Volgar the Viking on Xbox One, and for Xbox 360, it's Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise for the first half of the month, and then from November 16th, it's Red Faction Guerrilla.
Okay.
So nothing, I would say, massive.
No, I mean, if you haven't played Red Faction Guerrilla, I think that's a pretty good game. That is the good Red Faction game, right? That came out.
Yeah.
It's super old, so you can probably get it cheap anyway. But if you haven't played it, I get it. It's really good. And I guess just like PlayStation Plus and any other free stuff, download it. You might as well.
Yeah.
It sounds like decent games, but
still playing on your Xbox 360. That is. Viva Pinata is also one of the underappreciated rare games. That's actually really nice.
I think by like mainstream people, how do you want to say it? People who are not really like in the industry, but I hear in the industry, I hear people bring that game up quite often still actually as a really good game.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Volgar the Viking.
We actually had that running before Dory had a gameplay clip from it. So
yeah, it's been out on PC for a while. Yeah.
Dory's pointing out this is Viva Pinata, which I know that, but before we had the Viking game running, so this is Viva Pinata, and now we get some Viking gameplay.
Yep. So yeah, I think, and then of course we should maybe also mention when we talk a little bit about PS Plus that there is still no date for the.
I think they actually just said now officially that officially they have postponed it indefinitely. So before they were just like, oh, we're waiting with it, but now it sounds like it's not coming anytime soon.
No, they're still obviously having problems, and the particular wording is. I mean, I'm guessing that. We're not going to see. They're not going to work towards it until they got everything.
And I actually like that because people who have bought this game and it's not working, that's not okay. Like none of this is okay, but let the people who have actually wanted to put down money for it get a game that works before you let in a million extra people, or like millions extra.
Yeah.
I think I'll check it over the weekend how it's running now. And we will get to a competition on that. We want to do a Twitter competition, but now I think we'll actually wait till the game works proper. Then we'll show it off again, and then we'll probably do a stream on it and show how it is then. Because it's sort of like, where is the game at? I tried it before release, and it worked a certain way, and then it doesn't work now, and so we'll keep you posted on that, and probably end up doing a stream on it when the game is working proper, and give away some codes or something.
Yeah. Hopefully it can sort itself out. But I think that is Call of Duty time now. It's Ghost time. It's the Ghost hour.
I mean, Call of Duty time. We're so close to the release now. So I guess a lot of people are sort of just, I don't know if they're really interested in Ghost, but I mean, you still have a chance to play some Ghost with us and win some codes, and then maybe.
It's double XP, right?
There might be double XP now. I actually don't know, but I know on Monday if you. Yeah, and maybe in Black Ops 2 as well.
Yeah, both of them.
But yeah, thanks for joining, Bengt.
Right.
And I'll see you next week.
Certainly will. Have a good one.
Thank you. All right, as Bengt said, it's Call of Duty time, and we're going to play some Ghost on Xbox One. But I think before we do that, we should have this, I guess not week, because it's been every 2 weeks we do this when we have Call of Duty GR Friday Nights. We have some winners who have won Advanced Warfare, and we have picked 2 winners more that I think we're going to run. I actually don't remember the name story. Can you read up the file name? That's the name of the people who have won?
Yeah, just give me 2
Yeah, Dory's just changing around the cables. But while he does that, I can let you know that the way these people have won is they've gone to Doritos.nu, who Doritos having the competition running, and uploaded a video. It can be from any Call of Duty, and it can be, there's not really any rules. I've seen some people upload some weird stuff, and I think uploading a 20-minute video is not the way to do it, because I don't have time to look through 20 minutes of 100 videos. And the same with people camping in a corner with an LMG. That's not really impressive. So we'll try to pick someone who does something interesting. And we have 2 of those winners. So, but you still have a chance. We're giving away the game and an Xbox One as well. I think 3 Xbox Ones is actually giving away. But we picked 2 winners last time, 2 weeks ago, and we have another 2 winners today. We have the clips here. Dory's just finding them. First winner is Kimmo Kakainen. I should have picked someone where the name was easier to pronounce, but yeah, we have a clip here. Let's see it, and yeah. Cool, yeah, I think his title was 11 kills in 7 seconds. As you might be able to tell, that was the original Black Ops game. And he added a little bit of editing there, slowed the game down for some of the kills. You're welcome to do that, you don't need to do it. I think our second winner hasn't done that. But yeah, Black Ops 1 gameplay there. Congratulations to Kimmo. I think one of the other guys will be in touch with you one of these days about getting you the game. So yeah. We'll be in touch. And the second clip is, I think, Gun Game. Jacob or Jakob Costa. I think it's Ghost, but we'll see. Let's run the clip. There we go, really impressive clip. Of course not Ghost, but Black Ops 2. Really nice clip. He was playing some gun game there and really showed some skill with a lot of different weapons. It runs through almost all the weapons in a very short amount of time and shows skill with different weapons, and there's even some quick scoping and drag scoping in there. So congratulations to Jacob as well. You will win a copy of Advanced Warfare. So we'll be in touch with you as well. And I think we'll actually, in a little bit when we play, I think I'll start out with a round of gun game. I think that's a really fun game mode and a good way to warm up. And I'll definitely play that in Advanced Warfare as well. And it's a good way of practicing different weapons. But yeah, if you are watching this and want to join in, we're playing Call of Duty Ghosts on Xbox One, sort of a goodbye to the game for now. I think the easiest, you can add GR Friday Nights on Xbox Live, but otherwise let me know in the chat if you want to join, or you can just join my game. I'm not going to check too much for and inviting everyone, because I see most people on the friends list are not playing Ghost right now. So you can just join in, and otherwise let us know in the chat and I'll invite you. So yeah, maybe I'll just jump in and get a warm-up round of gun game, and then we'll see how that goes. If I have battery in my controller. See if all the technology works. It does. Oh, message of the day.
Is the tag correct?
The tag is correct. Message of the day, get ready for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I am, and as it says, double XP on Monday. All right, so let's do a round of, where do we have gun game? Is that in here? It's actually not a public list. Oh, there it is, gun game. Let's do that. I actually don't know if will I have gameplay sound in here, Dory? And I expect some of you to join me on Monday so we can play together in the new game. It is, of course I haven't played the finished game yet, but what I played at Gamescom and when I visited Sledgehammer was super awesome. So I hope it's going to be great. I think we'll play both the single player and Exo Survival and of course the online competitive multiplayer.
Check the audio output settings on the Xbox, making sure it's going for HDMI.
Do you have sound?
No.
Okay.
And you won't have sound for that.
Then let me just leave the game first.
Oh wait, I have sound.
Okay, then I can live without sound. It's going to be a little bit tougher because they'll be able to hear me and I won't. Oh, and I'm coming into a game where it's almost over. So the thing about gun game is, of course, you don't have dead silence on, so it means you're sounding like an elephant, and I can't hear other people. They can hear me, so I'm probably gonna get sound hoard. Oh, the sensitivity on here is crazy. So maybe actually for everyone, if you're gonna play Call of Duty on Monday, like me, probably a good idea to jump on Ghosts or Black Ops 2 to get some practice in, because I can definitely tell I've been playing way too much Destiny and I need to sort of adapt to Call of Duty again, even though it's with the exosuits, it's very different than the old Call of Duty. All right. Will I get a kill in this round? No! That's always the thing about gun game. I really like it. If you spawn in late and everyone is running around with LMGs and assault rifles and everything, then you're sort of stuck on this stupid pistol. Come on! What? They both those guys died. That was amazing. All right, dropping a donut. We'll do another round. 007, that was what I was going for. That's a pretty good excuse, isn't it? There is double XP, like Bengt says. So what do we want to play? Ignition, that's actually a classic Modern Warfare 2 map. I'm gonna vote for that. I like that one. All right, let's try this. We'll do another round and then we'll see if anybody wants to play. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be playing for funsies. But let me know in the chat if you want to join. And if you want a code, then you can get a code for some micro DLC. So we're changing controllers all the time. With this Call of Duty playing on all the different platforms. loading up. OPW. I don't like that gun in this game. That gun was really good in Black Ops 2 though. I think that was a lot of people's favorite SMG in the beginning until they, I don't know if they nerfed that or they buffed the other ones or what happened there. Oh Jesus, I'm so terrible. Okay, shotgun, come at me. There we go, it's on the board. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Oh, I got it. This is a perfect way of showing how good that clip actually was, even though, you know, it's not easy playing in these situations, but getting like 11 or something kills in very short time with different weapons is actually not that easy. And the thing is often like, even if you get the kills, just like the time it changed switching guns, I often get killed. What? I want to see that kill cam. See, there's definitely some lag going on. But no excuses. I need to win this. LMG. Didn't I get that kill? What is that? There's a guy coming out here. Is that a shotgun? Yeah. Oh! Okay, I need to avoid that guy now, probably. It's gonna be really interesting to see how people are gonna play with the exosuits, because that's something you really have to get used to. I think it's super awesome, but there's so many different ways of playing with that, and like moves you need to learn. It's like 4-1 and I'm 5-5. I'm also running in the middle of the map. So, give me someone up close so I can shoot them with my shotgun. Thank you. I guess I should just have asked for it earlier. Notice how much faster I'm running now. Jesus. Alright. I'm doing terrible. Was he on a knife? Or is he just trying to knife people? Oh, there's a guy over here. What? That was less than optimal. I'm not doing too well. But hey, I challenge you to join me on Monday and show me you're better. Or join me now for that matter. I'm gonna jump out of this and let's actually see if we have anybody playing. I have Marky B from GCM. I guess he's playing, but I don't think he wants to play. I have some of the pro players here, but I don't think they're not gonna play. So I think it's just gonna be me playing pubs. What should we play? Reinforce? What is that? I don't like that. Let's do a round. Let's do a round of Dom. I probably have shitty guns, but I do have shitty guns. Do I have the Remington? I do have the Remington. Red dot. And I want that. Oh, I totally want. Oh shit. I need this. I need that. Should I go for assault? Sure, let me do that. Is it actually just trying to find players? Why would you have a okay, we have focus on. Like, why would you have a class without focus? I'm gonna skip that one, and then I'm gonna skip that one, and then I'm gonna do faster reload. And I'm gonna go do specialist. No, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's get a game. Not a lot of people are playing right now. Let's try another. Let's do a different game mode then. Let's find a game of... Let's just do some TDM. There's like no one playing this game right now. You know what? Let's go back into gun game then, if there's anybody playing that. One potential game found. There we go. The loading is one thing that I need to fix in a new game. And
Time to work, soldiers.
All right. I'm only 13 points behind. And I really should run this way, actually. Not gonna challenge that. Let's run around. There's always someone camping bottom genus, but I don't. Oh yeah. And I get killed from there. Okay, minigun versus pistol. Come here. No? Okay. Okay, so there's one top genus. What? I got a kill! Yay me! So this is the last Ghost stream. I actually, for now at least, I actually would love to go, I don't know if we'll play Ghost, but I actually would love to go back and play some of the older Call of Duties on stream at one point. Someone went 1-12? That's impressive. Yeah, we're playing 8 hours of Advanced Warfare on Monday. We're streaming 8 hours. I am playing more than that for sure. gonna go for Prison Break actually. Double XP. See how much we played in this account. We're only level 14. And then it opens up the... No, only below. There we go. We are giving away prizes on Monday. We're giving away the game and we're giving away other stuff that I don't want to say because I don't know how much we're getting, but we've been promised different stuff, different Call of Duty things, and then the jacket, we should get one of those that we'll give away. And I think the idea with the jackets, just like Bengt said, we've talked about that it's going to be someone who's there a lot and who is active a lot who's going to win the jacket. So that's sort of a crazy prize we're getting there. There's only 75 being made, 75 in the whole world. I really want one. I hope I can get one, but I don't know. So yeah. But just join us Monday. We'll have more info and we'll, videos and all that. And you'll have time to, stay up like me and play it at midnight and then join us in the stream at 1 CET. So from 1 o'clock till 9 o'clock is the plan. All right, boyos, come at me. I really have been playing way too much Destiny. There's a guy on the roof. I didn't see that guy. I'm just way too long distance and he has a submachine gun or something. It's really about getting those first couple of kills out of the way very quickly because that helps a lot. Oh, the Ripper. Gotta love the Ripper. Whoa! I don't know if I'm playing on super low sensitivity in, I didn't get that kill in Destiny. Come on. Wow, that was terrible. LMG. Okay. I think I actually need to turn up the sensitivity and get used to that. I'm playing on super low sensitivity. Oh, that was... I should have had that. At least it didn't knife me. Is that someone just lying on the floor? So that's the thing I'm really looking forward to about Advanced Warfare. It really doesn't... Someone else shot me. It really doesn't pay off to camp a lot, I feel like, in that game, because it's so quick and you can like jump around like crazy. So I think we're going to see a lot less of people just sitting in a corner or lying on the floor. So yeah. See, I'm playing on 4 right now. I usually play on 4 or 5 in Ghost, but there's something about Destiny that screws me over. I felt that when I went to an event and played Advanced Warfare recently as well, and the first game was terrible because I had to get used to different sensitivity. I'll play another round of gun game and then we'll try something else, probably. So no one wants to join? No one wants codes? This is gonna be me doing terribly. Okay, this is probably a better map as well. There is no zombies in the new game. There is something called Exo Survival, which is a 4-player sort of horde mode. It's similar to what we saw in Modern Warfare 3, but it's 4-player, and then you have the exosuits in there. But we'll show that on Monday as well. But I guess if you're getting the game, you'll be able to try it before. But if you're unsure about the game, you can check in on Monday and see the different modes that we're going to be playing. We'll play all the modes, and then I feel like focusing on online multiplayer. But if you want to see other stuff, we'll do that. So yeah.
Time to work, Ghost Squad.
Alright, we should have someone in here. Oh my god, I'm so terrible. So one way you could say this is not good for my confidence, but this actually makes me want to get better. I didn't get that kill. I'm gonna do better on Monday, I promise. It really is about getting rid of this pistol and the shotgun right away, because you are so screwed when people have rifles and you have a pistol. I'm sure there's someone camping up here. Yup. Same guy, great. There's a guy over there. I think he's winning. But I'm broken. There we go. There's probably a guy up here. There he is. What? Should have shot him faster. See the lag on that? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna run around here. Is that a guy here? I feel like this game is really turning into people sitting somewhere and waiting. See if he's up here still. Nope, but he hurt me. someone's up here. Let's see if he's awake. Jump down. Of course. Oh well. Oh, he didn't even knife me. I thought he did. I almost wanted him to knife me because I like the other one better. Where did you go? It's pretty crazy that, okay, I was about to say that guy didn't win. So we actually haven't decided what we're gonna do, but I feel like we're gonna start out with the campaign for the first couple of hours and then play something else, but I actually don't know. Let us know what you want to see. What do you think, Dory? What do you think we should start out with on Monday? What? Campaign and then jump on to the other stuff? Yeah. I think we'll probably, I'm gonna jump out of this. I think we're probably gonna do maybe one round or something else just so people can like join in on the stream before we start it. But then 10 minutes in or something, we'll do the campaign. So maybe I'll just show the menus and things like that first. And I think we're gonna play the beginning. I don't want to spoil the whole story for everyone. If you want to play it yourself, it's like usually when we play games. You want to show, you know, part of the game. If you don't want to see anything, of course, then don't watch the stream. But if you want to see like slice of the game, join in, and then we won't spoil like the end of the game, or like, we'll show some of the beginning stuff so you can get a feel for it. And then we'll want to play some survival as well. I'm looking forward to see how that plays. I haven't tried that yet. Yeah, it's a good way of getting a feel for the game as well, but I am going to play from midnight for sure. Let's see what we get here. Guess this is a good weekend to like get into Call of Duty again if you haven't played for a while, and then also, you know, level up the last bit of your character. This is super slow. Should we just keep doing gun game? It seems like that's where people are playing. It's weird. There's like no one even playing TDM domination. Guess we're playing Overlord. Dora, I think we'll end with showing the 2 clips at the end again. Are any of you guys in the chat going to join us on Monday on PS4? It'll be fun. Both for the extra survival and also for competitive online. All right, PDW, I hate that gun, but at least it doesn't have the scope on now. So I'm used to like having the melee on the R1, or the right bumper after playing Destiny. Maybe I should not play Destiny this weekend and play some Call of Duty. Okay, he's terrible. Alright, I'm just gonna not do that. I'm gonna try to flank. Finding someone to shoot. I'm running towards. Oh, there we go. There we go. Promotion. I'm leveling up so fast. No! Oh, the MSPS, that is the most OP gun ever. I saw someone over here. There we go. And somehow I can't use it. That was like a one burst in the beginning. That was so crazy. When you get an assault rifle that's better up close than a shotgun, you know something is wrong. Okay. Did he die? Oh my god, I am totally fucked with that. What am I doing? Oh, they need more than one bullet. Okay. Okay. Come at me. No! And he killed me with the same gun. I'm just super slow. This map is way too big. Nice! I feel like there was a guy over there. There actually was. There actually was. Okay. It's a proper sniper, let's see. Okay, that's it. Oh, this ADS is so slow on this one. Come on. There we go. What kind of crazy outfit was that? Oh, he's on the roof. They're in the walls. What? I'm actually close to winning? I didn't even notice that. Okay, there's a guy on the roof. No! Okay, now I'm 2 behind. I feel like there's a super delay on this shit. What the fuck? There we go. I'm not gonna win this now. Don't run away. Where did he go? No. How am I still in the running for this? Another sniper? I get a hit marker? What? What are they doing? No! And then I saw the guy. By the end of this stream, I'm actually gonna do decent. All right, one more, I think, and then we're gonna show the clips. You feel like having a weekend soon, Tori?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay and play Evolve.
I think I'm gonna go home and play Evolve Beta. Alpha, yeah, that's not really an alpha. Yeah, Evolve this weekend as well. That's my, I don't know, I guess that's not my last chance, but I would have liked to have gotten my Destiny Platinum before Call of Duty. Tori's putting on the mic. Maybe we get Solvin to put on a mic as well and comment on how United is doing. So the loading is super slow. All right. I think the reason why they call it an alpha is just to tell people that it's an early version of the game. If they tell it an alpha, people understand it's earlier than if it's a beta. But it is sort of being used in a different way today than it was in the olden days. I should have that too.
Yeah, the thing is we got links to sign up for the Evolve Alpha. But there were two links. One would get you a code for the Xbox One, and the other you could select the platform.
Yeah? And you did the wrong one.
As regular users, viewers might know, I play mainly on PC, but I used the wrong link. So I am in the Xbox One Alpha, so I might have to stay in the office over the weekend to play Evolve.
And I used the PS4 link. I'm gonna play on the PS4 at home. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people are gonna be playing. Oh, someone invited me. Oh my god, it's Ali X. Is that like an LEA fan? I'm gonna play with you after this round then. Then we'll do one round of me and him.
Or just jump in with him right now.
I can try, see if I can figure that out now. So invites, let's play. Should that work? Live party invite received. Sure.
Oh, I love this job. I'm just being offered an extra PCC in the chat.
Oh, he wants to play this shit. All right, I'm down. I'm down. Did Lasse get in on the alpha as well?
Yeah, Lasse is in, and there's actually most of the editors are in on one platform or another, so it's going to be a long weekend for Gamereactor.
So let's Start this, buddy. Start it. Level 10.
So I guess that means OMG, it's XAli AX is getting a DLC code.
I guess it does. And Odor, you've been really kind. Maybe I'll give you one as well. Then when you stay here in the office, you can play some Call of Duty as well.
Oh, and XAli brings up a nice thing here. I think after we show the clips for Call of Duty, we're gonna plug in the PS4 and we're gonna show that spider from Lords of the Fallen. We have the clip, we have the evidence, we have the
I think I
documents.
might have deleted that. I didn't think we needed we needed that. We only have a small hard drive on the PS4 here in the office, so you know. Sometimes we need to delete things, Dory.
You know, your bad joke face is horrible.
I actually feel like I have a snooze face. I have like a blister on the underside of my lips. I like act like I have snooze.
I don't know what that is, Nick.
No, I'm sure you don't. Challenge failed. I didn't even notice what the challenge was. This was actually, like, with all the hate Ghost got, and I don't think it's the best Call of Duty or anything, I think it was a decent game, and this mode was actually pretty fun. It's co-op mode. You played that once with me as well, didn't you, Dory?
Yeah, we played this on stream together, I think. Or maybe, no, we played it together off stream, and then you had a stream where you played with users on this mode.
But don't you think this is not a bad mode?
No, not at all. Just like I think the zombie mode isn't bad. It's, you know, it's fun co-op.
Yeah, but I feel like people are really like talking like zombie is the best mode ever, and a lot of people hate it on this, where I'm like, these are pretty similar fun for me. I actually think I might like this over zombies. Maybe just because there's been zombies in so many games.
Yeah, I'm kind of fed up with zombies, which asked me 5 years ago, I don't think that would ever, I would never utter that sentence.
No, it's more like, yeah, now we've had so many zombie games, it's more like if they could do zombies different, it's fine, but the same sort of zombie thing is not fun. Oh, I'm out of bullets.
Although, for those of you who enjoy playing zombie games and prefer the old school slow-moving zombies, I can recommend a free-to-play game on PC called No More Room in Hell, which started off as a mod and is now a standalone free-to-play, as I said, on Steam. Based on the George Romero film series. You know, the Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead and all those films, where it's about the horde, not
I'm
the running
dying!
zombies.
We're totally sucking here. I'm out of bullets and I'm dying. I'm bleeding out. Did he bleed out as well? He's just over there and come on, bro. What is he doing? I'm not sure you're getting a DLC code now, buddy. Yeah,
I'm gonna assume that his controller fucked up.
yeah. Well, let's see how he does the next round, and then we'll see about that code.
Yeah, he may have been stuck in the environment or something, glitched out.
He might have been.
But for Nick Holmberg, that is no excuse.
Well, he was playing a bit weird, and he's slow at starting it, so I don't know if he's like not really paying attention or what.
Yeah, I mean, we have 9 minutes left. I say we boot out, we watch those clips, and say our goodbyes for the day.
All right. I'll go back and watch the replay and see how that worked out. All right, so yeah, let's get to the clips before we say our final. You know what? I'm gonna say the final goodbye while Dory sorts shit. So that was it for Call of Duty Ghosts. We're gonna continue GR Friday Nights. Next Friday is gonna be Destiny. Check Destiny GR Friday Nights on Facebook. We're sorting out things there, what we're gonna do. There's still a competition running for a t-shirt. You have about 10 minutes to go suggest a motto, then I'll pick someone. You need to suggest a motto, and then you have a chance to win a t-shirt on the Facebook page. So every 2 weeks is gonna be Destiny. Next Friday is gonna be Destiny, and then the other 2 weeks, every other week is going to be Call of Duty, and from now it's going to be Advanced Warfare. But on Monday we have a special Advanced Warfare launch stream. We're going to play it for 8 hours, starting from 1 o'clock CET. We got prizes, games, swag, all kind of cool stuff. Join in and play with me, and let's have some fun and level up together. There's double XP, so let's take advantage of that. But of course, there's also our sort of Doritos competition thing. It's running on Doritos.nu. And 2 winners are picked this week, just like we did last time. And Dory has those 2 clips. One is Black Ops 1, one is Black Ops 2. Black Ops 1 is like 11 kills in 7 seconds in a normal round, and the other one is a good round of gun game. So we'll take a look at those 2 clips. We'll contact you. Congratulations again, you won the game. That I think still means you can win the Xbox One. We have 3 Xbox Ones to give away.
Yeah, so they won right now, which means that they get Advanced Warfare on Xbox One, and
I think they can actually pick their own. I don't know.
I believe it's on Xbox
Okay,
One.
we'll see. We'll contact you.
See
and we'll
about that. But they're in the running to win an Xbox One console as well. We started with a clip by Kimmo Karkainen. I'm not gonna assume he's from Finland. But let's roll that clip.
That was one. We'll see the other one. And I think this next one is actually my favorite one I've seen so far, because this shows sort of proper skill with different guns. There's a lot of people who have uploaded clips of where they're like a 10-second clip of them getting 5 kills with a missile, and that, or they're camping a corner or camping some spot with. There's a couple where they're like found one of the good spots with a sniper and just scoped in and waiting for people to run into. That's not really that impressive. Anybody can do that if they wait. So let's see some cool shit. And that's the way you will win. But let's take a look at the other one. Cool gun skills in Black Ops 2 gun game. Let's roll a clip.
So yeah, that was the clip. We're back to Nick, which he's trying to find.
There's 2 clips here. There's a 5-second one and a 35-second one. Oh, there it is. Cut to it, Dory, if you want to show it.
So there is that bastard spider. I missed the clip where I actually killed it, but...
So, Dory, let me ask you something. Did you play this game before or after the share play update to the PS4?
Before. No, we hadn't updated our rig, but it was after the update.
So you're sure this is not you? You just share played with someone and then they finished it for you?
Do you know anybody else that would do this?
Well, I'm sure you're doing this, but I'm not sure you actually killed the spider.
Nick, I'm gonna cut you off right there.
All right, Dory killed the spider. We'll trust him. But yeah, so if you're wondering about that, that was that. Come back Monday. We're streaming earlier and we're streaming late. Join us for some Call of Duty. Next week we also got Monday is locked down, Call of Duty. Tuesday is not 100%. Wednesday I will probably be playing the Unfinished Swan on PS4. I think that's one of the most overlooked games of last generation. It was great on PS3 and it was just recently released on PS4. I bought it on PS3, which means I get it for free on PS4. Thursday is something else, I don't remember. But then we got Destiny on Friday. Well, join us Monday and we'll share all that stuff. And then I'm sure Tuesday will be locked down as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a very nice weekend and come back Monday. Come back Monday and play some Call of Duty. We're out.